Welcome, time travelers, and welcome, new time travelers. As always, if you're new to this channel and enjoy learning about history one event at a time, then don't forget to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. Without further ado, let's get into it. Today we're going to start out in 1388 when the Battle of Nephel's culminated in major victory for the Swiss Confederation in the first century of its struggle for self-determination against Hindenburg overlordship. 1682 is when René Robert Cavelier, Sawyer, or Lord de la Salle, claimed the Mississippi River basin for France, naming it Louisiana. 1865 brought us General Robert E. Lee, commander of the Army of Northern Virginia of the Confederate States of America, signed a treaty of surrender at Appomattox Courthouse, effectively ending the American Civil War. On this day in 1898, Paul Robeson, a celebrated American singer, actor, and political activist, was born. African American contralto Marian Anderson sang to an Easter Sunday crowd of 75,000 at the Lincoln Memorial after the Daughters of the American Revolution refused to allow her to sing at the Constitution Hall in Washington, D.C. in 1939. On this day in 1942, Japanese armies overran Bataan, encircling exhausted American and Filipino army numbering 36,853 men. 25,000 civilians were also believed to be captured. U.S. forces continued to hold Coyand Fortress and other island forts in Maryland Bay. General Wainwright evacuated 3,500 U.S. sailors and Marines to Coyand Fortress. 1952 is when President Truman signed a bill providing for per diem compensation to U.S. prisoners of war who were subject to cruelty or were forced to work without compensation during World War II. 1953 brought us the British Post Office and Canadian Overseas Telecommunications Corp. announced plans for the construction of a second transatlantic telephone cable to go into operation in 1961. Our next stop will be in 1963 when an act of Congress conferred honorary U.S. citizenship to Sir Winston Churchill. 2 years later, in 1965, and the Astrodome opened in Houston, Texas, hosting the first indoor basketball game. 1 year after the turn of the century, in 2001, American Airlines officially completed its equestration of Trans World Airlines and became the world's largest airline. The next stop will be in 2003 when Baghdad fell to U.S.-led forces on this day in 2003, several weeks after the start of the Iraq War. A conflict that began to oust Iraq President Saddam Hussein because of his supposed possession of weapons of mass destruction. And finally, in 2005, Charles, Prince of Wales, who was first in line to British throne, married Camilla Parker Bowles, and they are currently King and Queen Consort in respective order. Until next time.